Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast. Our Innit Spanish Head Bruiser hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Is your teen excited about starting high school or dreading the start of the new year? High school has its own highs and lows, so here to help you prepare your teen for what's to come, we welcome teen life coach Barb Steinberg. It's great to see you again.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Gosh, there are a lot of big feelings that come along with the high school experience. So let's start with the incoming freshmen. Are there ways we can support them making this really big transition in their lives?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for a lot of kids, especially freshmen, it can be nerve-wracking. A new school, a new environment, being with the big kids. So I would say a couple of tips I have for those nerves. One is so basic, but kids don't know it, to use their breath. Taking really deep, long in and out breaths, in and out through their nose, can calm the nervous system. So that helps. You can do it anywhere, anytime. And then I talk to kids about your thoughts create your feelings. So if you're feeling really nervous and scared, you're probably thinking something that's causing those feelings. So they might be thinking, who am I going to sit with at lunch? Or my teacher's going to be hard. Am I going to know anyone? Am I going to know where my classrooms are? So teaching them about how to create different, better feeling thoughts. So that's one pathway where they might be able to come up with a mantra. So it might be a statement that they repeat over and over throughout the day. I'm okay, I'm safe, this is only going to get easier and easier every day. It might be thinking, there are 3,000 students at this school, somebody's got to be friendly, somebody's going to smile at me and say hi. And there's another common anti-anxiety tool that we use in our coaching practice with teens, and that comes from Mel Robbins, who speaks a lot about anxiety. And she likes to interrupt those anxious thoughts by counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you ask yourself, what if it all works out? It's kind of hard for your brain to counteract or fight against that question. What if it all works out?
That's really powerful, because chances are it just might. You just have to wait and see. Let's talk about activities, especially in the fall. Is there kind of jumping in to get a head start to maybe get familiar with the school or make new friends? Do you want to find a balance there so you're not overdoing things?
Yeah, that's so important. So many teens that we work with now, we see that they are stretched too thin and they are tired a lot of the time because they do have so many activities. So one of the things that I encourage parents to ask, and I like to ask, is looking at the activities that you did last year. Out of all of those, how much joy or enjoyment did that activity bring you versus how much stress or overwhelm or worry or pressure did it bring you, like on a scale of 1 to 10? And if you have 3 activities, then that's going to give you some really important feedback about what is feeding you versus what is draining you. And for those kids that don't, or they didn't have any activities last year, and maybe you want your teen to have an activity, maybe you can explore possible interests that they might have. And if they're scared to do it alone, might there be a friend that would be willing to join them and try it out?
That's a great idea. And off that same topic, time management, are there ways that we can support our kids? Because we want them to become independent and be able to run their own lives, but they might need some extra assistance along the way.
Yeah, we love to ask self-reflective questions because teenagers are usually too busy and not all that interested in asking themselves and taking the time to reflect. So asking them, last year, what was your stress level on a scale of 1 to 10? So they might say, oh, it's between a 7 or an 8. What would you like it to be this year? They might say around a 2 or a 3 because they usually feel like that amount of stress motivates them. So with time management, I might be asking also, how did last year during the mornings go for you and the afternoon? What would you like them to feel like or be like this year? Would you like to be less rushed? So what we do is we use time by saying, okay, what time do you need to be at school? How long does it take you to get to school if you're driving or the bus? And then how long will it take you to get out of bed in the morning? How many alarms do you need? How long will it take you to shower and get ready? How many minutes will it take you to eat? How many minutes will it take you to get your backpack ready? So we back it up to be realistic about time. We do the same thing after school. If you have about 5 to 6 hours after school, how much time on average do you think you'll be spending on homework? How much time would you like to use for talking with friends, social media, resting, doing nothing, watching TV, exercising, to kind of help them to look at those 5 to 6 hours and prepare for them and kind of create that balance?
It's so simple when you break it down into time chunks like that, but you can tell how much of a difference that would make. Here's $1 million question for parents who have kids who maybe snooze through alarm after alarm. How involved should you get ripping them out of bed, or let them kind of find their own failures in those moments?
Yeah, that can be tricky. Some of that, as they get older, every year that they get older, we provide them with more and more responsibility and more freedom, which sometimes means there might be more mistakes or more mess ups. So, and if they're just starting high school as freshmen, they might need a little bit more hand holding in that area. We always suggest that if their phone is their alarm, that it is far away from the bed and they have to get up to go turn it off. And when they get up to go turn it off, they turn on the lights or they open their blinds. And maybe there are some kids that need 3 alarms, 5 alarms, just to kind of give them the prodding they might need if they're not really super fans of going to school.
Yeah, well, it happens to the best of them, and I think that's great. Yeah, keeping the phone as far away as possible is a great place to start. Hey, thank you so much. It was great to see you.
You're welcome. You too.
We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.